Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I am doing the popular video reacting to your assumptions about me, and I'm going to add a little bit of a spin to it by also doing a get ready with me. All the products will be linked below. I'm not going to go into depth about the makeup. I'm just going to be kind of doing my makeup, highlighting certain products while answering your juicy questions and assumptions. There are some ones on here that I have never talked about before. Hope you enjoy this more of a personal video for my channel. Yeah, I'm switching it up. I'm first gonna prep my lips by putting on the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. I just got this like less than a week ago and it's already my new favorite thing. It makes your lips look really glossy, so if you don't want to look like you're wearing chapstick, don't get this, but if you want to look like you're wearing a gloss but it's really chapstick, then this is for you. I also like to start off my routine by spritzing on some perfume just so I can kind of smell it while I'm doing my makeup. And this video is brought to you by my favorite affordable perfume company, Dossier. So before we get into the assumptions, I do want to talk about them for a second because I think they are fantastic gift option because their scents are based after luxury scents from Chanel and Tom Ford, but they are at a fraction of the cost. This is my current one that I've been wearing. It is their Oriental Woody one, and the top notes are bergamot, orange, middle notes of jasmine rose, and then base notes vanilla, white musks. But I've been wearing this one for the fall. I think it's a nice, like not too floral scent, but then I do have a floral scent. This is their Floral 4 and it has a little bit of citrus in it too, with grapefruit, mandarin, bergamot, tuberose, jasmine, orange blossom, sandalwood, and white musk. And so these are my two recents. I have other scents from them as well just because I love them and they're so affordable. They come in this very minimal packaging. I love the snap-on tops. Feeling very nice, but the company is really cool as well. Yes, you're shopping for a scent online, but when you order it, they give you a sample, and so you can test out the sample. If you like the scent, you keep it, and if not, then you have 30 days to return the scents unused, and you will receive a full refund. They have male and female scents, and I know my brother already wants a Tom Ford inspired scent from them, and so I will be shopping there, especially on Black Friday. I know they're having some amazing deals happening right now, so shop there for yourself, for a loved one, and anyone who you want to give the nice gift of a perfume, but you're not willing to spend like $80 on their gift. I will put the link in the description to Dossier and you can check them out and shop their scents and let me know which one is your favorite. So I've spritzed on my perfume and now I'm ready to get started with my makeup and answering your assumptions. Okay, we're starting out with Glossier serum. Putting this all over. Gives you a nice glossy look, especially in the winter. Some of these are questions, some of these are assumptions, but the first one is this job, meaning my job of YouTube, business, all of that, is this job as fulfilling as you thought it would be? Does it bring you joy? And I think it is very fulfilling. I think that it can get tough some days. I know Natalie Barbu has talked about this on her channel recently, how like having your job be social media can be kind of toxic because you want to step away from your phone or like disconnect, but also you feel bad because like it's your career and you feel like if you're not doing enough, you're going to fall behind just because there's like so many YouTubers, so many influencers out there. So I think that part of it can be tough. And then also it not being like a very steady job. My paycheck fluctuates a lot every month, honestly. Some months are really good, some months are not so good. And so I think there's definitely cons to it, but overall I find it very fulfilling. Another question I had was, have you ever been worried you picked the wrong career? I'm trying to make sure this is blended. I don't wear foundation every day. I don't think overall I picked the wrong career. I think business is something I've always been interested in. I love learning how businesses work. And so I don't think that the career is wrong. I've thought about maybe I should have added a double major or a minor in like marketing, PR, economics, something other than my major, which is entrepreneurship, just because if I did want to get a job in the future, then maybe it'd be helpful to have like a minor or a second double major. So I have considered that. I have thought about maybe that aspect of choosing entrepreneurship as my only major, what my degree is mainly in, but anything that I can see myself doing that's not like running my own business or YouTube related is in the sphere of business, if that makes sense. So I know I will take these lessons I'm learning with me. It's just like, will I always be an entrepreneur? I don't know. We'll kind of have to see how that goes. You have thought about dropping off of college. Sorry, like dropping out of college. Yes, that assumption is correct. I have thought about dropping out of college. Not as much now, because now that I'm more than halfway through, I'm like, you know what, Hannah, you just gotta finish it out. You gotta stick it out, like get that degree. You paid so much money for it already, like just, you know, stick it out. But beginning of like sophomore year and my freshman year, when I wasn't halfway done, I definitely considered it, just because I love doing YouTube, obviously. And even though, like I said, it has its cons overall, like I thought, you know, if I could dedicate all my time to it, could I grow faster? Could I have a better business? Like all these things, because obviously being a full-time student is a lot of work. And so I didn't know if I could do YouTube and stuff full-time, if that would help me or not. And so I would be lying if I said I haven't considered multiple times dropping out. What's the hardest part about putting yourself out there on YouTube? I think it's just like you're opening, I know a lot of people say this, but I know like you're opening yourself up for other people to comment on your life. That was a lot of this blush. This is from Rare Beauty, my new favorite makeup brand. It's from Selena Gomez. It's beautiful and I love her packaging. You're opening yourself up to other people's opinions on your life. And honestly, this is where, yes, I of course want to grow on YouTube, want to grow my following so I can like live off of it. But I think I don't want to be super duper famous. I don't want to be Emma Chamberlain famous. Like that is just, you have so many people who barely know you. Oh no, the lighting. You know, if you make it to that kind of fame, then you're just opening yourself up for so many other people to comment on your life. And so that's why I'm happy with the people that follow me. Tried out this Black-owned business this summer and I love it. It's the Lip Bar. I love this brush and bronzer duo. I use the bronzer a lot. Okay, this is a good one about like YouTube and then relationship. Is being on YouTube and IG hard for your relationship? I haven't really thought about this. I don't think it's super hard. It's an extra layer. It's like, okay, I had this discussion with my boyfriend when we started dating. Like, he's never dated a person who has like a social media following before. And I was like, you know what, like before we officially start dating or whatever, I do want to say, you know, like YouTube and online, like this is a part of my life. Like, would you be okay with like showing yourself? Not that I have to vlog with him every time he's here, because we don't do that, but you know, like posting about you and sharing about our relationship a little. Like I definitely think I keep a lot of boundaries with it, but I definitely like had that conversation with him. And I know maybe for some guys it's tough, and I know for my boyfriend Jimmy, he doesn't love being on camera, and so that's just like his personality. I don't think YouTube and doing Instagram like affects our relationship. I just think it's like it's different for him, and that's okay, and it's just gonna take some warming up to. And I mean, if he never wants to be in a video, that's fine with me. I like having like my life and personal life with him separate than my work life. Just like how if you're working a job, you don't bring your significant other into work every day, and you know, they're not a part of that. It's like separate for a reason. So it doesn't really bother me, and I don't think it's affected our relationship too much. Goes along with that, how did you meet your boyfriend? We met this summer through mutual friends. My freshman year roommate Skylar, we're from the same hometown, and so he's from my same hometown. He was friends with her in high school. And so we met this summer through Skylar, just started talking, Snapchatting, all of that, hanging out, and going on a few dates. We really just thought we were going to stay friends. It's actually kind of funny because, hold on, I'm going to start on my eyes. I knew we liked each other, but I was like, I'm planning on doing my semester in New York. Like, that just wouldn't work. Like, obviously, it's too expensive for you to come visit me all the time in New York. Like, a relationship just wouldn't work. So we were going to stay friends. And then we were like, that's kind of hard when, you know, you both like each other. And then my New York trip got canceled. I was going to stay this semester here in Nashville. And then I was like, hey, okay, do you want to, like, actually start a relationship now? Because doing long distance from Nashville to Knoxville is much easier than Knoxville to New York. So, and we have been dating now for 3 months, and it's been great, and I'm very happy with it. And yeah, couldn't have asked for a better situation, honestly. Going into this summer, I wasn't like looking for a boyfriend, obviously, because of COVID. It's like I'm not going to be dating, but I was definitely missing the summers when I did have someone to hang out with, you know, just to go get ice cream and go watch the sunset. Like, it's not like I wanted much, but you know, just like those sweet little moments I remember having with my ex-boyfriend in the summers, and just like having those southern summers. It's so nice. You're outside all the time, hanging out, going for drives. I just missed that, and I didn't think it was going to happen that summer just because of COVID, but God, I guess, had something in store, because it worked out. You know, my trip got canceled, we started this relationship, and like I said, it's been really good. So it worked out in the end, but I definitely wasn't expecting it, and I know that's like what everyone says happens. I was kind of wanting it, but wasn't expecting it, if that makes sense. How do you keep your faith and college life in balance? Oh, that is killing me. You really have to seek Christian community out in college. It's not just going to present itself to you like a party on a Friday night may. And so look into your area, go to local churches, see if they're doing college groups, see if they have a college small group, start your own small group with girls from your school or guys from your school, you know, mix it up. And so back last semester, I was going to like some kind of college ministry 2 or 3 times a week. Like I'd go to church, which had a college thing after it. And then on Monday nights I would go, and then I started going to a small group too. 2 to 3 times a week I was immersed in that college community, which was great. And so that's what really keeps me on track. Like when I'm not going to a small group, when I'm not going to a worship night, when I'm not going to whatever it may be, like, you know, a nice Christian community, that's tough. And I know you shouldn't rely on community for your faith. Like I can still do my, you know, own devotions, have my own time with God. But I find that when the things are mixed and you have friends in Christ, you have people you can turn to in your college town, like at your school, who, you know, are similar to you in that, then it's very helpful. Okay, please don't judge me. Doing my makeup and talking about this stuff is harder than I thought it was going to be. Okay, this one goes with relationships and faith. I got a few people asking your thoughts on sex before marriage. What was the other one? Are you waiting for marriage to have sex, or do you not believe in that? And I've never talked about this on my channel, but I think it's important to talk about, you know. I do believe in waiting for marriage. That's something that's on my heart. That's something that I just know I've always wanted to do. I've wanted to keep that act like sacred and in a marriage. Again, that's just my personal beliefs. If you don't agree, that's totally fine. I have friends on both sides of it. Like it's not something that I worry about in other people's lives. I just make sure that in my own life and in my relationship, we're on the same page. So that is something my boyfriend and I talked about early on, is like boundaries, and I'm thankful we're both on the same page. I think that it's hard to have a relationship with someone, like an intimate relationship with someone, if you don't have the same morals or values, especially when it comes to boundaries, whether that be physical, mental, and emotional, or spiritual. Like you just need to be on the same page on the bigger topics, and sex is obviously a big topic. That's why we wanted to have that conversation early on and be on the same page. So yes, I am waiting, and that is just my personal belief. So yeah, we addressed it. We talked about it. What did you want to be when you grew up when you were younger? This is really funny. I remember there was a stage where I literally wanted to do everything, and that just like screams entrepreneur. I was like, I want to have my own ice cream stand, and I also want to be a dancer. And then for the longest time I did a lot of softball and baseball growing up and all of that, and I wanted to be the first female in the MLB. So not play softball, because there's not like professional softball, you're kind of done after college. I didn't even know that at the time, but I just wanted to play baseball. Like I don't want to do softball, I want to play baseball with the boys. And I would do summer camps in the summer where I was the only girl. Like it was a baseball summer camp, but I was the only girl there. I was like maybe in 5th or 6th grade. I think it was 5th grade. But yeah, so I wanted to be the first girl in the Major League Baseball world. Yeah, it's a pretty big dream. I don't play at all now. I stopped playing in middle school, but that was my dream when I was younger, and I'm pretty proud of it. I'm like, young Hannah, good job. Good job of dreaming big. Love that. Breaking those society standards. I need to get a new mascara. Mine is drying up. This is an interesting question I've never gotten. Do you embrace your Latina heritage? I'm half Puerto Rican. My dad is full Puerto Rican. He's fluent in Spanish. Home growing up, we grew up away from family. No particular reason. That's just where my parents moved. And my dad never really spoke Spanish to us. We didn't really talk about our Puerto Rican heritage growing up. We just had like our own family culture, if that makes sense. And so, but as growing up and realizing, you know, how much I love being Latina and how I think that's really cool. Even though I don't speak Spanish fluently, I love admiring the culture. I have, you know, the side of my family, my dad's side, like my cousins and stuff, mostly speak Spanish, and you know, I love that it's a part of my heritage, even though I don't know if I would say I would embrace it. I so often feel like I'm not a part of it, if that makes sense. Like I love it. I love that it's a little bit of a part of me, but it's not something that I really feel I grew up with, which, you know, it's just fine. It's just how my parents raised me. But I've never been to Puerto Rico, but I am planning on going this May for my cousin's wedding there, and I am so excited. I think like actually going to Puerto Rico and being a part of that and like being in the country where part of my heritage is from, I think that'll just be really cool and eye-opening, and I can't wait. Like, I've been wanting to go forever. Assumption: you don't procrastinate. This is interesting because honestly I feel like I don't. To a sense, it's not like if I have a big assignment due in an hour, I'm gonna hop on TikTok to procrastinate. Like, no, it's probably was already done, the assignment. I put things in order of importance though, so like I may procrastinate a Monday assignment if it's Thursday and I have more assignments due before Monday, but like I won't procrastinate on the assignment that's due on Thursday, if that makes sense. So I definitely get my stuff done in a good amount of time, you know, the day of maybe, but it's never like an hour before I'm starting an assignment or starting something that's due. So yeah, I think that's pretty right. I actually feel like I'm pretty good at not procrastinating. And it's hard to talk when you're putting on lip liner. Or I want to start my own business but don't know where to start. What has been the hardest thing about starting your own business? I'm going to do a full video about this. Like, if you want to start a business in 2021, here's what you need to know. Here's what I've learned over a year and a half of having like a real product business. So video will be coming, but to give you a sneak peek, I think just the stress that comes from it is the hardest part. You know, if you're not making sales, if your channel's not doing good, like, it's all on you. It's not like, oh, my boss doesn't appreciate me, that's why I'm not making enough money, or my team members at my job like aren't doing a good job, that's why I'm not performing well. Like, there's no one else to blame but yourself. And I think that can be pretty detrimental to your mental health if you're not prepared for it. So be prepared that yes, there comes a lot of stress because it's all on you. But just turning that around, it's also very rewarding when something great does happen because you feel like you put so much hard work into it. Oh, there's a truck or something. You know, when someone tells you that your business affected them greatly, like, it's great because you put so much work into it. So it's very rewarding that when you see like the fruitful outcome. Okay, and last question, dog or cat person? I am a dog person through and through. If I wasn't trying to go to New York again this fall, I think I would have gotten a dog this year. Like, being in my own apartment, seeing dogs in our apartment, I really wanted one. All right, so that was this get ready with me and reading your assumptions. This is my final makeup. Probably not my most perfect job, but it's just the makeup I'm going to be wearing today as I take some holiday content, some other content, and you know, it's just nice to have my makeup done now. Thank you all who submitted questions. It was really fun to read them. I really enjoyed this. It was, again, very different, but I liked it. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you in my next video, which will be coming fairly soon. Like I said, trying to upload more this month and next month. So yes. All right. See you later. Peace out.